Tune into the Dan Patrick Show, weekdays from 9 to noon on the 101 Network, only on DirecTV.
Dan, how are you this fine morning?
I'm great, but when I was on hold...
You're not great. I've heard you're on the DL, sports hernia.
Yeah, it's not a big deal.
Not for you.
No.
Not for an athlete in his prime like yourself.
Hey, coaches, you don't care about injuries. Are you going to put me in a shed if I had a concussion?
There's a difference between pain and injury. Are you dealing with pain, or are we really injured?
I'm injured.
You're injured. You're down.
What do you think about Lane Kiffin going to USC?
You know, I think obviously he's got some ties to the school. They certainly want to try to keep the rhythm of what's taken place over there the last decade, and you can see where it makes sense. But it'll be interesting. We've competed before, and we look forward to competing again. More
surprised, Kiffin to USC or Pete Carroll to Seattle?
Pete Carroll to Seattle was the bigger surprise for me. Just because I know he loves college football. The challenge of professional football had been there for a number of years, so it was puzzling that he chose now.
Would you leave USC to go to Seattle?
Well, no. But I would, I don't know how many coaches in the world would. As you look at the jobs, I thought Barry Switzer's take on it was very interesting.
When you heard that Pete was going to Seattle, are USC recruits fair game? Did any contact you?
Just like our coaches have been fair game.
Okay, I'll get to Norm Chow in a moment. Okay, did any of these potential USC recruits or recruits contact you?
Yes.
Are you going to sign any of them?
I hope so. Absolutely. There's some fine young guys right there.
Did you tell them that you would be at UCLA if it's your choice? You'll be there for 4 years.
That is absolutely my plan. I tell everybody that, even my boss.
Well, I might not be employed, but I'm going to be here 4 years.
I'm going to be here whether you like it or not. Gosh darn it! Exactly.
Norm Chow, do you have any say in him leaving UCLA?
I think Norm's going to stay right here. I think Norm likes it here. I know that it's fun to be coveted and so forth, but we've got a job to do, and I think Norm is excited about it. And in my conversations with him, I feel confident that he'll be right here.
Why am I hearing that they've reached out to him? And
well, it's always that famous term, sources say.
Yeah.
And I've got the best source, Norm. And
when's the last time you talked to him?
5 minutes ago. You want me to get him on? He's right across the hall.
Well, you can bring him over, and he can tell me now that he's not going to USC. That would be nice.
Hey, let me grab him.
Go grab Norm for me.
You want? Hey, Norm.
Norm Chow, of course, great offensive mind. Used to be at USC.
Hey, Norm. Hang on.
Okay.
We'll get him down the hall.
Okay. Yeah, it's just one. You know what? You can even ask him in front of me if he's staying at UCLA this year.
Norm is thrilled to be at UCLA. Hang on.
Okay.
Hang on.
Okay.
Hey, Norm.
Is he on the phone with Lane Kiffin?
They're down watching tape. I don't believe so.
Okay.
But that makes for great radio, doesn't it?
Yeah, it'd make for better radio if you actually got him for me.
I'm going to get him.
Okay.
Is Norm coming? He walked out with Phil. Oh, he's gone. He walked down the hallway with our GA.
Wait, he's gone to USC?
No. He's left the building. He's like Elvis. He's left the building.
Okay, but he did tell you 5 minutes ago.
Absolutely.
That he's staying.
Absolutely.
Nothing can get him. Can he get out of his contract?
Well, I mean, if all of a sudden they throw
no,
cavalcade
Rick,
of cash at him, I'm not going to hold him, ransom.
Rick, he's got a contract. You have a contract. Why is Lane Kiffin allowed to leave after 1 year?
The man chose a different path. I mean, those are questions better asked to him.
But why are coaches allowed out of their contracts?
The contract had language. I think he owes, Tennessee $800,000? There was a buyout for it.
But you know who's paying that?
USC, probably.
Yes. But here's the thing. If I'm hiring you, there's no out in your contract. You're coming to me. I'm committed to you. If I fire you, I pay you all the money I owe you. And
that's the way it's supposed to work.
Do you have an out in your contract?
Correct.
You have one?
Yes.
What's it say?
if I were to leave UCLA, I owe UCLA a certain amount of money as the buyout.
Is it an NFL clause or just leave?
No. It's leave for any other job. But that's just protection for the school. I mean, all contracts have clauses that protect both sides.
But it's a prenuptial. Do you have a prenuptial with your wife?
No, she said she'd take me anyway.
Yeah, but I don't think you go in.
How about you? I want to get quizzical with you.
Okay.
How's that?
Okay, go ahead.
Do you have a prenuptial with your wife?
No.
No. Why not?
I would never do that.
Because it makes for a bad marriage.
Well,
right?
You've already gone in saying, what if?
You've already gone with the idea that it's not going to work.
Yes, so
exactly.
Why do coaches have prenuptials?
Because there is the possibility that people will leave. And the NFL has made it, they've gone out of their way to make sure you can't even tamper with other people. You can't even talk. College football has not done that, which makes it a little bit more of an open landscape. And at the end of the day, I think all of us that sit in head coaching chairs decide, hey, listen, our guys, if there's something good for them out there and it's better than what they currently have, who are we to stand in their way? Now, some people will stay up and say BS to that and get righteous and so forth. But I'm never going to stand in a man's way if he's got a better opportunity. All I'm telling you is I spoke with Norm Shaw 10 minutes ago, and he said that he's staying at UCLA. No matter what? Yes. Those were his words. He's committed to continuing to build what we're doing. Why are we yelling at each other? The hernia must be acting up. Do we need more meds? You know what? It's I don't have performance enhancers. Obviously, if you listen to the program, you know that. I don't need any medicine. I was looking for like medicinal marijuana, but you play with pain. That's what I like about it. That's why we can win with you, DP. So who's more successful in their new job, Kiffin or Pete Carroll? That's interesting. Who stays longer? Oh, that's interesting. I guess Kiffin would probably have the chance to stay longer just based on your odds in the NFL. Who will be more successful? Well, it's just too much based on what happens with the NCAA. That NCAA stuff, you never know what kind of an impact that'll have. If I had a camera on you when you got the text message that Lane Kiffin was going to USC, what would the facial expressions have been? Good for Lane. Good for Lane. But it wasn't. Did you see Urban Meyer's reaction when they had him on camera at the Kentucky-Florida basketball game, and you could see where he got the text that Lane was leaving? Is it like Faith Hill's face when she saw that Carrie Underwood won the Grammy? But are you happy that Lane Kiffin is there and are you happy Pete Carroll's gone? You know what? I'm going to miss competing against Pete. I am. Because he was as passionate for his program as I was mine. I thought we were gaining on him, and I wanted another shot. There's no question. I wanted another shot. Will you take out an ad in the local newspaper in the LA Times welcoming Lane Kiffin to town? For a game of Monopoly? No, you just welcome him. You know what? My passion bucket is full. How about yours, Lane? You know what? I have feeling that we'll have ample time to cross paths, and he knows that the battle lines are clearly drawn. It's an exciting rivalry, and it's one that we aim to make up any deficit that still currently exists, and we are going to take them on every street corner. If you guys got into a fight, who would win? He's got a little length on me, in terms of reach. Yeah. But I'm a scrappy guy, I'm scrappy. You're gritty and gutty. Gritty, gutty. I think both of those are probably appropriate. And a better quarterback. And I can play with pain. Well, you've been in pain the last couple of years as the coach there. Well, why would you say that? Wow. I've enjoyed immensely my time here. We're going through a growing deal. I know. Well, you're guaranteeing another bowl berth next year, so I like that. We're going to keep moving in that direction. Absolutely. We're moving up this ladder, up the food chain. No question about it. All right. Congrats on the bowl win. Thank you, DP. And thanks for joining us. We appreciate it as always. I appreciate you, and I hope that you're feeling better. Happy New Year to you and your listeners, and what promises to be interesting copy here in Los Angeles, I'll keep you abreast of. You are my favorite older L.A. college coach. Who wears blue? was beautiful that we found a way to weave Pete Carroll into our conversation again.